This perp back with another video, and I just got done watching the new limited series on Netflix called Clickbait. It's #1 currently right now on Netflix. I wish I would have got to this a little bit sooner, but kept getting distracted. Was really busy today, but I'm here now. I finally finished all 8 episodes. Definitely go check this out if you haven't. I will talk about spoilers, but I won't spoil the ending because the ending I think was pretty damn good because I didn't really see that coming. Before I get into this video, hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at perpminded420. Yeah, man. So Netflix just keeps cranking them out. This is called Clickbait. It's about this character named Nick Brewer, something like that. Character's name is Nick. He gets abducted and put online in front of millions of people, and there's a demand to get 5 million views to see this man die. This is where we get introduced to our first character, Pia. She is the sister of Nick, and she is not the main character, but she is a main character because all throughout this series, you kind of see different perspectives, and it all comes together towards the end. And I really like that way of storytelling. It kind of puts less focus on just one character, and we got to focus on multiple characters, like the detective. That was the second episode, the guy that's kind of trying to figure out exactly the whereabouts of Nick. He kind of struggles with that, is really having a hard time. He also fancies Nick's sister, which, I'm kind of glad that they didn't rush right into it, because you see that too many times in like shows. So they do end up hooking up throughout this series. Nothing too serious, but they definitely are close. They become close, I would say. They definitely like each other, but the detective understands that he has a job to do, so he doesn't want to jeopardize being kicked off the case for her. Then in the third episode, we get introduced to the wife, or we should just call her Sophie. That is Nick's wife. A lot of interesting backstory on her as well. She wasn't that loyal. That's a huge theme in this series. A lot of people are not really loyal to the ones that they love. It comes to find out that, Nick is dead, and just all this stuff is starting to come out about Sophie's past, and this is not really looking good for Sophie and her family, because she has 2 sons, Ethan and Kai. They kind of have to fall back and stay home for a while because people get to talking and there's just rumors being spread. It's just not really looking good for the whole entire family. And it just manages to get even worse as we get more information in episode 4, where we get introduced to the Mistress, which this is where a lot of Nick's past and dirty secrets are starting to surface. And it's not really looking good, because it's looking like Nick is an abuser, and he's just not loyal to his family. And it's really, he's even being accused of murdering somebody or causing somebody to die. So the Mistress here, I'll just call her that, just for just to make it more transparent. She wants to kind of help, and thinks that she should just come out clean and let Sophie know that, me and Nick have been in a relationship. And man, that doesn't go too well. So Emma, that's the Mistress, she kind of goes her own way and starts to speak to the press a little bit too much, which now we get introduced to another new character named Ben, and he's a reporter. You can kind of think of him as like TMZ. He's really trying to crack down on this story, because this will be really big for him. He's even willing to just break into people's houses. He's just straight wild, man, and he gets a rush from it. his boyfriend really doesn't like the fact that, you know, he's putting himself in front of danger like that and kind of enjoying it. But episode 5 is where we start to really get a lot more answers and things start to come together very nicely. And this leads with the truth coming out, and we get introduced to yet another character that has a connection with somebody that Nick was supposedly talking to, which really puts him in the situation that we see him in the first episode, where he gets kidnapped, drugged, and he's forced to kind of do this thing. We get introduced to the brother of one of these chicks that ended up killing themselves due to the whole situation. And this episode, I think, was my favorite because it goes to show you just little mistakes or little misinformation could really turn your life upside down. And that's exactly what happened in this. But then it keeps going, and it's just like, you think that they found the killer. They put the blame on this guy named Simon, the brother of one of the people that Nick was talking to or flirting with. Simon has a really crazy connection with his sister, and that's why he did the things that he did to Nick. But it's not over yet, because even though Simon took the fall, it's not over yet. The person that's behind all this is still out there. This is where Ethan kind of comes into play. And I kind of like Ethan's character. He's the older brother. He's kind of an introvert, has this person that he's talking to online. And he's kind of like, you know, second guessing who he's talking to until he meets that person in real life. But man, when you get to the last episode, it's crazy because I did not see any of this coming. I really enjoyed the way that this whole story was kind of mapped out, how every character kind of got their own little episode, and we saw everybody's perspective. Everybody kind of has skeletons in their closets. The ending I thought was really brilliant. All I will say without spoiling it is pay attention to people that don't get that much screen time, and that should kind of give you your answer on who is behind everything. I didn't really see it coming, but I thought this was a really dope limited series to watch through. I think you guys will enjoy this. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you watching it as soon as possible. It's number 1 on Netflix for a reason. I like the mystery aspect of it. It always kept you guessing all the way until the last episode, where it completely just shocked me. And it was really a sad but satisfying ending because characters got closure. You know, certain characters don't got to worry about certain situations anymore. They can finally be at rest and just be at peace. I hope I got through and explained this the best that I could without really diving into spoilers. That's all I got to say in this video. Be careful who you guys talk to online, because you never know. You might find yourself in one of these situations. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next video.